Hey everyone, Lone Wolf Jay here, and well, I just finished doing the my daily routine here, doing the daily quest of the EXP. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I should actually be doing the training grounds because this right here, beast humanoid, saber lancer archer class. Oh, sure, I should be doing that right now. Rider assassin. 2 gems and 4 gems. Okay, so let's get right back into Lostbelt 4. So all right, we're in Duval and we are taking on okay, so I'm gonna keep Musashi in there. Go ahead and do right here. Keep Musashi in here. Gonna sub out Merlin for an alter ego. Preferably AoE, so I'm going with Okita Alter. Couple years of getting their summer version of her, that'd be great. I'm gonna go with regular Musashi on this one right here. Excuse me, I'm give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and make a little moment here to grab a cough drop. All right. Basically, I spent the whole weekend trying to get through get a cold, take care of a cold. Went back to work today. Today's Monday. I also just recently recorded an Abyss playthrough video for where I used Herrscher Flame Scion. Didn't do too bad. I'm still ranked number 2. That might go down by Wednesday. I mean, it always does. I was like 109 points or something like that from number 1. Then I took a moment to watch Island's video where he's based. He was playing a little bit of Genshin. I was doing some of the stuff for Honkai, and kind of like went off of it to do this stuff. So anyway, yeah, currently working on just some random stuff here. So let's go ahead and start it up. Oh, this thing. Yes, I'm aware. I'm well aware indeed. The foxwoman's up to something, isn't she? Then, if I may, allow me to tell you something. Something of great importance. Oh, no. Of course I would leave the decision of what to do with this information entirely in your capable hands. All I would humbly ask is of you is your attention. Yeah, I don't trust this guy. I didn't trust him back in Shimosa. That said, I must stress that depending on how things turn out, matters could grow very serious indeed. Why, what if my colleague, one of the foreign god's disciples, ostensibly sent here to help you, were to become the very sort of thing that you cast out of your world? Please, listen to us. The Lokapala are our enemy as well. We only came here in the hope of finding allies who could help us fight against them. Talk is cheap. I lost track of how many times someone claimed to be my friend and betrayed me. Hey, look, she's back, and she's fighting to protect us. We're saved. Then those are Lokapala. Damn it, they finally found our village. Please, my lady, help us. The local pilot showed up right after we got back to the village. We've been barring the gate and holding out until you arrived. There, you see? I knew you couldn't be trusted. What did I tell you? Misunderstandings only invite further misunderstandings. I've seen this sort of thing before, back in the clock tower. No, all of my life, really. Oh, look around one day and realize everyone had forsaken me, even though I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, sounds like May, before she first became the Heir of Thunder. Well, maybe that's not really entirely accurate. There was just one time Sorry, hon, but your life story's gonna have to wait, okay? The circumstances being what they are, she doesn't seem to be truly be trying to kill us. But she's certainly very hard-headed. Her moves are as firm as her beliefs, it seems. Hey, Rama, are you feeling this too? I am. It's faint, but she definitely has the air of a divine spirit. Maybe she's a pseudo-servant, like you. Good grief, I knew India had an expansive pantheon. But that can't be the answer for everything, can it? One does not generally run into divine spirit at every corner, so to speak. Forget that. How do we get her to listen to us? We'll never get anywhere if we don't clear up this misunderstanding. I can't seem to get through her no matter what I say. Oh. Well, aren't you going to just try to scale these walls? You need to do better than... Is that... Why'd you jump back on the wall? She seemed looking at something far away. What's going on? Well, this isn't less than optimal. I know you're in the midst of a battle, but I strongly urge you to take note of your surroundings, particularly what is behind you immediately. Behind us? Oh, those things. What? Sacred beasts. Huh? Wait, this pack looks kind of familiar. Are these the ones that passed us by earlier? Those are going in a different direction. I'm pretty sure they didn't notice us at all. Maybe there's something here that lured them this way. Different from the sacred beasts we encountered earlier. Earlier? Well, it's time for them to show up. No, this is no coincidence. It only makes sense that the local Apollo would have to have the means to control them. They must be trying to make their way into our village and cleanse it. Especially since one of our elderly died this morning. Begone, foul angel of the false god. You will not be claiming our dead today. My. She does make for quite the striking figure, doesn't she? She certainly does. She was a manifestation of noble heroic spirit, here to guide the people of this place on the right path. What happened? Did something knock her off the wall? No, looked like she just sort of lost her footing. Now she's wriggling around like where she fell. It looks like her feet are stuck in some hole in the ground. Curses. Can't believe I fell right into one of the pitfalls we dug to prepare for the next Kali attack. Give me a moment. I'll be out of here in no time. Looks like they'll be pissed off about all that dramatic. They pissed off all about. Looks like they're pissed off about all the dramatic tension evaporating. Thought I could just be projecting here and there. We can't let the sacred beast hurt her while she's incapacitated. Let's take them down, keep her safe, master. You know it. Get him, guys. Oh. All right. I think Mosh has figured out that she's India's version of Jeanne d'Arc, a.k.a. Lakshmi Bai. Let's activate this. I'm going to go ahead and use this right now. Increase my MP strength. Oh God, this. I don't know. I seem to like that what's it called, incantation. Yeah, this is better. Yep. There we go. Oh. Um. Yeah. I think this is my phone acting up. Being a little weird on the whatchamacallit, the. Okay. Good thing you activated that. Gotta go ahead and try and take that thing out. Yep, it's gonna be gone. Wait a minute. If I think about it with Honkai characters, this is 2 Yays and a Rita. If I think about it. Oh boy. Ouch. That hurt. Oh, no, not that one. Hold on. Let's go ahead and, well, let's go ahead and put that on her real quick. There we go. Oh, cool. Alright. Yeah, that's one thing I got. That's the reason why I gotta do that, so I can get the get these rewards. All hostiles in our vicinity eliminated. Well done, everyone. Well, now do you understand we aren't your enemy? Yes, I do. I'm not so foolish to insist otherwise at this point. I see now that I was gravely mistaken. No one who would fight against the sacred beast could possibly be allies of the false god. I am truly, sincerely sorry, and I thank you for your assistance. Please, tell me why you have come here. No, on second thought, it's all right that I tell you about myself first. Yes, you have a point. All right then, let me first ask you this. Are you a divine spirit? Yes and no. I am a servant, but right now, a goddess resides within my body, sharing her power with me. When I was first summoned to this land, she was already there inside me. There have been plenty of cases where a divine spirit would inhabit a person from the past to become a servant. And since heroic spirits are technically people from the past, I guess it makes sense that a divine spirit could inhabit one of them too. Though I definitely haven't heard of many cases where it happened quite like this. I expect it's because this god and I happen to share the same name. I believe having words, sounds, and names matches is very significant when it comes to magecraft. Then again, Arjuna was given his name in the hope of receiving her blessing, so perhaps it isn't much of a coincidence after all. You don't say. Okay, that makes sense. So, what is that god's name? Lakshmi. And I am the Rani of Jhansi, a land of which once existed in India, who was named for her. My name is Lakshmi Bai. Okay, we got a no battle fight here. So let's go ahead and do that in this video. Hopefully it won't be too long. Then again, I already posted hour-long videos with Honkai. Foe? Lakshmi Bai? I like to think that anyone who would be a bit embarrassed to recount the history of their own life, no matter how proud of that life may be. They may be, that is. So as a Holmes has been so unusually quiet. Alright then, I guess Lakshmi Bai is a hero from 19th century India, known for her role in the Indian Rebellion. Oh! Thanks for jumping in, Captain. Why don't you take it from here? Yeah, sure, Nemo. I already know who it is. Being that I follow JP quite a bit. Despite being born to royalty, she took up a sword and led a small rebel army in order to protect her nation of Jhansi. She was known far and wide for her leadership and charisma. Sorry. At the time, revolts were breaking out all across India, under all manner of different circumstances. When one small state tried to revolt, the neighboring nations would often end up siding with the British, isolating the rebels and cutting them off from working with like-minded people in other regions. But the Jhansi rebels managed to hold out until the very end. It was all thanks to their exceptional leader, Lakshmi Bai. I wouldn't call myself exceptional. I was just flailing around trying to hold everything together as best as I could. Between Kunwar Singh, Tatya Tope, and many others I could name, there were no end of leaders who were more talented than me. All that aside, you sound like you know a lot about our struggle. Are you Indian yourself? I'm nobody. Just another nameless. Doesn't matter where I'm from. I'm done now. Over and out. While we're at it, we should probably also go over your divine spirit, Lakshmi. Though I'm sure Ganesha and Rama know a lot more about her than I do. In Indian mythology, Lakshmi is known as the goddess of fortune, prosperity, beauty, and the consort of Vishnu. Right. That's right. Then, could it be? I am an avatar of Vishnu, and Sita an avatar of Lakshmi. Sita, are you in there? I'm sure if you are, I'll be able to feel your presence. Ow! I'm guessing this is clear to all of you as well, given that her grip on my skull is strong enough that the bones are starting to crack. But unfortunately, I sense no trace of Sita inside her. Who is this man advancing on he's never met before as if to propose to her? Does it matter if I break him? I understand how you feel. Please, go easy on him. Rama has his own complicated history. I see. I suppose I can't blame him for misunderstanding. I should have been more precise. The goddess Lakshmi exists when he was a power source than anything else. I can barely sense her consciousness at all. It's almost as though her heart has been implanted in me to provide me with energy. I doubt my output can measure up to that of an unadulterated divine spirit. Sorry for I'm not a manifestation of the goddess Lakshmi. So much of my core is that of the human Rani Lakshmi Bai, with small elements of the goddess. Then she doesn't exist inside you. As I suspected. Right. Of course she doesn't. Now that I think about it, if she had, I would have sensed her well before you introduced yourself. But I was not even able to tell that the deity within you was Lakshmi. You must have only have her divine power, nothing of her consciousness. Ganesha didn't realize who you were either. Oh, of course, that might be because he was never very close to you, seeing as how you're just as up there in the pantheon as his mom, Parvati. Ganesha? Yes, not to mention I do sense a divine presence inside you. One I would never in a million years have guessed by looking at you. Yeah, I know, but it's true. Believe me, I've spent pretty much this entire time wishing all this was just some weird joke. And I am Rama, the king of Kosala. Surely you've heard of me as well as my beloved Sita. Oh, of course. There's not a soul in India who doesn't know your name. Forgive me. I thought you were just an unusually youthful young man who hadn't yet learned how to behave around women. Maybe now's a good time to share our side? Good point. We have a bunch of things we need to tell you about. Who we are, how we got here, what we're trying to do. It's a long story, but I hope you'll bear with us. And of course, the usual. And I think that about sums it up. Hold it. What about me? I thought you were saving the most important figure in our group for the end so as to make a lasting impression. Yes, this is Gordoff Music, who I absolutely positively didn't forget to introduce. Nope. As you can probably tell from his sheer girth, I mean his dignified stature, he's our commander-in-chief. Davinci, you're such a freaking liar. Indeed I am. A stout build is the mark of a true elite. After all, as a commanding officer here, I expect you to treat me with all due respect. I have one question for you. Are you British? No, I'm not. What about you? Me? Okay, that would be telling, hon. You've got to get to know me better first. I suppose I can at least tell you that no, I'm not British either. Though I did spend a good bit of time at the clock tower. Oh boy, well there's at least one person on camp I should introduce you to. Sorry, Holmes, the jig is up. Can't keep hiding forever. I assure you, I was doing no such thing. I was only waiting for a more opportune moment once things had settled down. Good day, Miss Lakshmi Bai. Sherlock Holmes, detective at your service. Are you British? Yes, I am. Is that a problem? The Indian Rebellion was, well, it was a war for India's independence against its colonizers, the British. And since Lakshmi Bai lost her life in that conflict, I imagine she has some strong feelings about it. Though I do get the impression there's someone else here with some connection to that. Hello? Her name begins with J. Last name D and A. Hello? Oh well, guess it's not my place to say anything here. I was only a few years old when that war broke out, so I can't be a person apologist for my country's actions. No, it's all right. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. There's little sense in my asking that. It's just an old habit, one I can't seem to shake. You have nothing to apologize for. It's not for me to say whether you should or shouldn't feel that way. Nor is it for me to say that whether you should hold on to those feelings or try to forget them. All I can say for sure is that our country's histories are intertwined. Certainly neither of us can pretend otherwise. If this hadn't come out now, so I would no doubt have noticed the air of discomfort between us, and gone on to learn what happened between our countries for herself. If there's any more meaning to be found by having people from the past come together like this, besides the role that we play as servants, of course, I suspect it lies there. Agreed. I will think of you as no more than a man by the name of Sherlock Holmes. Besides, under these circumstances, the more allies we have, the better. Then does that mean you consider us allies? It was difficult to convince the people of Duval of the wrongness of the situation, but once I did, they agreed to work together towards their own destiny. Their village here is now the base for all such like-minded people. As you are warriors fighting against God, just like us, I'll be honored if you fought at our side. It's a deal. Fo. I guess the counterforce must have summoned you too. Have you been here long? Yes, I'd say it's been at least 10 days since I arrived. You must have been caught in the world's recreation a number of times. How did you survive? God or not, remaking this entire Lostbelt is a major undertaking. Arjuna wouldn't change how he goes about it just because of the servant's been added to the mix. So long as he doesn't think of you as unnecessary defective, I expect he'd just bring you back along with all the other people. It just galls me with thinking how our very survival in this Lostbelt is completely beyond his absurdly arbitrary standards. It's natural for gods to be somewhat self-centered given their immense power, but Arjuna definitely takes it too far. Oh, speaking of which, you should know he's already got his eye on us. So if you join us, you're sure to wind up with a whole evil label, and you won't be able to survive the world being remade anymore. That's fine. It could only have been a matter of time before he took notice of me anyway. Besides, you have a way to evade the destruction, yes? So if it comes to that, I'll be counting on your help. You mean the border? Yes, of course she'd be welcome to join us in there, wouldn't she? The border is the last bastion of hope for all of humanity. We can't just go letting any servant we meet on it. Under ordinary circumstances anyway, but in this case, I suppose we have a fair handle on her true name and background. And it would be a shame to lose a valuable ally so soon after finding one. Very well, I'll authorize your entry into the board in case of emergency. You have my gratitude. Of course, ideally, I hope to be quite finished with this place long before he even used that preposterous note of phantasm again. You said it, honey. Fortunately, he only ever does that at the end of the Kali Yuga. So it'd be just peachy if we could put a stop to all this before then. So now that we've got a new ally and all, what's our next step? I've already got something in mind for that. There are risks involved naturally, but the reward should be significant. Now that we're in the middle of the first relatively peaceful Yuga, and especially now that we have more allies, this is going to be the perfect time to investigate one thing in particular. What's that? Remember that thing we've been wondering about ever since we came to this Lostbelt? It's the biggest, most mysterious thing here by far. It's got to contain some useful information. Now we want you guys to finally go and investigate it. God's sky boulder. Alright. Okay, got a quartz. Oh, I could use some of those. Could have used him earlier, but yeah. Skirts of the Sky Boulder. And we got, looks like nothing but berserkers. So that means I probably won't. Well, I'll go ahead and use. I've been so fun with. It's been so fun using using it's been so fun for me to use Musashi, Zerker Musashi. So let's go ahead and go to a couple anti-berserkers. Regular Hokusai and Abigail. All right. Let's do this. Section 9, God's Sky Boulder. So you don't know what God's Sky Boulder is either then, Lakshmi? No, I don't. It was there when I first summoned it here. It was there when I was first summoned here, and it hasn't changed at all in the time since. At least I don't think it has. I haven't been watching it this whole time, so I can't say for certain. Well, I have been watching it this whole time, so I can. It's definitely never changed. Since we haven't actually asked, you don't know what it is either, correct? That's right. I just know there was a big weird cube in this Lostbelt. Don't think anything more of it. Hold on, folks. I should actually stop the recording real quick. I'll pick it up in the next one.